Hey friends, Neph here. Welcome to episode 22 of Let's Play Pokemon Yellow. Picking up where we left off last time. We're still in Koga's gym. All these people with whips. The late 90s were just a whip-heavy time in society. It never ceases to amaze me how tanky Snorlax can be. The rest of the defensive Pokemon are all rocking ground, but he holds his own. He does a good job. Koga descends from a long line of ninjas, which is fine, I guess, but he's not very good. Actually, if Psychic wasn't so overpowered in Generation 1, he could be a real threat. Dropped my... what? No, I'm just gonna leave that one alone. For real though, he could be a good gym leader, because he has the means, like if he didn't waste his time using items and stuff, because he can raise his evasion, and he inflicts toxic, that's kind of his thing. He could be good, and I mean, he does become a member of the Elite Four by the time Generation 2 shows up. So, yeah, I guess he could be, but this is Generation 1. And so he's not. I switch away from Snorlax 100% because I don't want to listen to the in the red beep boop over and over. So in red and blue he has a different team, but here he's going to use Chansey learns Scene. He's going to use 3 Venonats. They get progressively higher in level, and then he has a level 50 Venomoth, who could be a challenge under the right circumstances. That's probably the best a Generation 1 Leech Life is ever going to do, ever. Anyway, he really wasn't any more difficult than a regular trainer in here. So our defense for everyone is now 9/8, I think is how the old formula is. Still got a little bit better. He gives us Toxic. Not sure if I'm going to use it, but I am going to get out of here. Because now we can use Surf. So I'm going to go back to the Safari Zone. And use it. There's actually several places I'm going to hit up. Blah blah blah. I'm not even going to encounter a single Pokemon. I don't want anything to do with that. Just go up to Lapras. We're going to use Surf. And we spent 500 to get access here, and in return we get a nugget for 5,000. Now we're going to get a hidden item in Vermilion. Right up here, in a place no one would ever really think to look. Although it's not anything critical, it's just a max ether, which, yeah, is cool and worth it, but nothing game-breaking. Now we're gonna go to Lavender Town so we can go south and pick up an item that I mentioned, 6 episodes ago? It was a while back, before we'd ever even been to Fuchsia City. all the way down here. And there we go. TM16, that is Payday. Which, kind of cool. The amount of money that it generates for you is pretty insignificant. If you want to make money at this point in the game, you're just going to run the Elite Four over and over again. And we're back to Celadon City now. Go over here. This body of water. And we're going to go talk to this guy. I've seen you, but never had a chance to talk. Okay. Well, anyway, this is the TM for Soft Boiled, which in Generation 1, only 2 Pokemon can learn this. Either Chansey, who I'm giving it to, or Mew, who can learn every TM. This is a healing move like Recover. And obviously I want to use that. And then now we're going to go to Cerulean, because it's time to go east onto Route 10 again. We're going to be pretty close to Rock Tunnel. I figured I'd do this now because I wanted to procrastinate a little bit and not do a bunch of water trainers forever, like we just did with Sickling Road. Anyway, jump cut. We make it to the Pokemon Center by Rock Tunnel. I'm gonna go up here and ignore as many encounters as we can. And if you surf south here, you will make your way to one of the legendary birds. After a dungeon. After a trainer. This guy doesn't really have anything special. Well, that's not true. His next Pokemon is a Tangela, which we might not have encountered up until this point in Yellow. But it's weak, so it drops to a Psychic. Alright, good on you, buddy. I got rare Pokemon on my team. Moving on in, I immediately regret not picking up Repels before I came in here. It's fine, it just requires a little extra editing on my part. If you're playing the red version, you can get Electabuzz in here. But for Yellow, the only things that are new for me in here are Grimer and Muck, and Voltorb and Electrode. Actually, all of these item balls that I'm not picking up, they are all either a random Voltorb or Electrode. They don't really give that great of experience. And I'm already irritated that I didn't grab a Repel, so I'm just going to leave them alone. Do a little backtracking. Okay. That one is another Voltorb or Electrode. And then down here, the one to the right is an Electrode. So in here, we can pick up the TM for Reflect, which is good, and Thunder, which is good. But as far as the like high-powered elemental moves go, it's only 70% accurate. It's one of the few times where I think going with the Thunderbolt is better, just because the accuracy is 100%. Okay. We're at like the halfway point of this dungeon already. It feels pretty quick because I'm editing out all the random battles against Magnemite that I already have. I just want this item up here. Okay. There we go. Another rare candy to save for later. And we get to come up and around here. There's a hidden PowerPoint up in here somewhere. Nope. So close. There we go. And you can just see in the bottom there, you can see Zapdos. I don't usually show battles when I'm going to catch Pokemon, I just cut to the chase. But this is a legendary one, so I'm going to show it. Definitely want to start by inflicting a status ailment. And the real reason I'm going with Psychic, I know it's not going to do a ton of damage because Zapdos has an even higher special stat than Alakazam. But I want to go for the special down. Just so... rough. Just so when it tries to use more special attacks, like its electric type moves, they will do less damage. And that's exactly why I send out Execute. Since he's paralyzed, I know I can get at least one Psychic off. As a crit, it did nothing. And it did not lower the special, which is a bummer. I would totally use Zapdos if it was not a legendary Pokemon. I think winning with legendaries is cheap because they have such high base stats. But Zapdos has the strongest single turn flying type move in the game in Drill Peck, 80 base power. And good old HM Slave Charizard coming in to help us out. Got it into the red. And I only have 2 Ultra Balls. I was a little nervous. But that's how it's done. We're never going to use it, but at least I can say I caught the limited Pokemon. And we exit out the west, and it takes us out the south exit, so forget that. And we're back to Fuchsia. All my procrastinating did nothing, because it's still time to take on Water-type trainers. Obviously, I could have taken on this trainer and the one just beneath him earlier on. You don't have to have Surf to take these guys on. but there's not really any point. And to the left of this trainer, there's a house that's not there in red and blue. It's for the Surfing Pikachu minigame. If in round 2, you use Pikachu in the Prime Cup in the final match, you'll get Surf. And then you can come do a minigame over here. I don't know that I care about that. Maybe I do, maybe I will. I don't know. I mean, that's essentially like the prize for beating Stadium Round 2. But Pikachu is just so terrible. Some emo dialogue there. In Pokemon Stadium, if you register all 151 Pokemon in the Hall of Fame, you get a Psyduck that knows Amnesia. Not a great move for a Psyduck, but I mean, it's like obviously hinting towards the anime. I guess you could say that that's really the prize for beating Stadium. And I guess a Surfing Pikachu wouldn't be terrible in Gen 2, especially since they have items and... Oops, I accidentally tried to run from that because that Poliwag is so insignificant. But Generation 2 has items, and the light bulb that doubles its attack and special attack or something crazy like that. So having Surf in that instance would be kind of good. And even more swimmers. Once Lapras hits 25 and once Execute hits 28, I'll do away with the Experience Hall, at least for a good chunk of the game. It's crazy, I went such a good chunk of the game being over-leveled-ish, and I could tell you that the experience I'm going to get from this until we get to the next gym leader, it's not really that much. My levels aren't going to change very much, and I'm finally trying to level a full team of 6. I'm going to be a little bit under-leveled. Ugh. Clamp is just like Wrap or Constrict. It just takes multiple turns. It's not good, it just takes time. Send Execute out. Just get him just a little bit more. He's so close to being where I need him. And there's going to be a huge group just down here. But I will take them on next time. See you in the next one.